welcome to a bonus review. That's right, this is another thing I got at BronyCon 2013. Something that I'm actually surprised I didn't talk about before. But I don't know if I've shown this off in another video, or you've seen it in the background of another video, but what I have here is a custom pony toy, and it's Sunset Shimmer. Unfortunately, the tail keeps coming off, so I have with me some glue, some super glue. I'm gonna put some super glue in her butt, and hopefully I can keep, let's see, that looks like it went nice. I don't know if, well, you probably, no one will be able to tell this, but my glasses, this one here, this thing popped off, and actually it's only being held on by this glue. And it's been like this for about 3 days, so it's doing obviously a good job. Hopefully it can do wonders for her tail too. And this actually popped off during BronyCon. I had to go back to the guy. I had to find his table again and ask him to put the tail back on. And he's like, you gotta be careful with these. Because what happened was, I was walking back to my hotel room, and no problem on the way there. No problem on the way back to my room. As soon as I walked through my doorway, though, you know, I was carrying a bag, right? Like this, right? I was carrying a bag, and boom! The bag hits the edge of the door. You know, the door frame. And I'm like, oh my god, what broke? So I sat down on my bed, dumped out all the stuff that I bought. I picked her out, and wouldn't you know, her tail was off. And so I had to go back to the guy the next day and get it put back on. So hopefully, with this amazing glue that I have, Gorilla Super Glue, hopefully the tail will stay on. But anyway, story out of the way, let's talk about the actual figure. Now, this is a fan-made toy. Someone took one of the, that's not the right pose. Let me find, is her horn is showing. Okay, she's so definitely, let me use this as an example. So someone took one of these, right? They took one of these. So look, the hair is a mess. I have not been taking good care of these things at all, as you can plainly see. Actually, to make sure I don't let this happen again, I've been keeping the newer ones in the box. See, there's Tempest. I put her back in the box because I didn't want her to get ruined like this. So what someone did is that they took this pony, right? They ripped out the mane and the tail, and just we're left with, you know, the basic shape, like the figure itself. And then they painted over the body with the right color scheme, like, you know, the yellow the sunset has. And then it feels like clay. They modeled a clay-styled mane after her in the movie, and then glued it to her head. And obviously the tail, you saw there was a little hole in her butt, and the tail kind of pegged in there, and it was supposed to be glued there. What they did to that was, you know, they just ripped the tail out there, modeled her tail after the show, and glued her tail in. So the head does not move, because I mean I could probably make it move, but the problem therein would be, if you look over here, her mane comes down, and if the head moves, I'm sure the mane will pop off or break. Now, popping off is fine. I can glue it back on like the tail, but if anything on it breaks, I'm screwed. And I've had this obviously for the past 4 years, and the hair and the mane is still in one piece, and I'm gonna keep it that way. It's covered in fur for some reason. But let's take a closer look at. That means let's lower the camera. Go into like showcase mode here. Boom. There we go. There she is. So let's get the basics out of the way. Let's look at her expression. She is angry. Obviously, this is based off of Equestria Girls 1. This is actually the same convention where I bought the movie they had an early release of the first movie at that convention, and I was able to get the movie like a week before it was actually in stores. So that was pretty cool. So she obviously is angry because she's evil. She's got a cutie mark on both sides. And now I'm not sure if anyone understands where the whole cutie mark on both sides things come from, because getting this thing back. This is the official Hasbro toy. Cutie mark on one side, blank on the other. That's because I don't remember if it was an original idea to have it on one side, but what it is that in Flash, what they did was, I'm talking to you guys, let me bring it back up. So, in Flash, they had the Flash puppets, right? They had the rigs and everything all set up. When the characters switched directions, all they did was flip the image. So that's why there's a cutie mark on both sides of the characters in the show. Not sure that was the original intention, going by what the toys have, on one side. So that's the explanation of why in the show the cutie mark's on both sides. But with fan-made works, and actually I really like the idea that it's on both sides. It makes sense. This toy does have her cutie mark on both sides of the body. So like that. The tail, I could have probably shown up close when it was off, but the tail is modeled very nicely. I wish I knew the name of the person who made this, because I would give them a shout out. But like, that was 4 years ago. So if anyone knows who makes stuff like this, please let me know in the comments. I would love to give them credit, and I'll put like their links to their DeviantArt or whatever. But hold on, actually, BRB. I think. Okay. So what I did was I went upstairs and I found some cards from BronyCon 2013 that I still have. I don't believe it's Luna Mirage. This one looks like it fits. It's Princess Griff's Custom Ponies. So you know what? We're going to go to that DeviantArt page and we're going to see if this is the right one. Okay, so here we are. DeviantArt, a wonderful place to go. So let's see. It's Griffin Bloodheart. Hey! It exists! Okay, oh, this is promising. This is very promising. If I search for a Sunset Shimmer, of course, these look like... I don't know if they're... These are all amazing. So I guess check... I'll put a link to this person's DeviantArt down below in the description, because this is actually some very amazing stuff. Like, I might buy some of this person's stuff and review it. This is actually really cool. All right, guys. So let me know what you think. Would you guys want to see some reviews on this stuff? This is great. All right, so it's clearly not the same thing. But if anyone knows, hold on, back to HD. Yeah, if anyone knows who makes stuff like this, please let me know in the comments. It's obviously not this person, but a link will be in the description, and I'll definitely buy something from this person. Obviously, depending on the price, because I do have a limit. So, anyways, I thought I was onto something there. I was not. So there's the tail. Mane is, like I said, obviously it's attached to her head. So it obviously looks like it's like the thing I was talking about with the minifigures, how it looks like it's sculpted, but it's actually just, I think it was sculpted around the body and then glued on afterwards. So as you can see, very nice detail on the mane. Dude, I really wish I knew who did this, because, well, very nice detail on the mane. And they even left a hole open on the bottom if you wanted to stick her on the Friendship Express. And actually, if you look, it's still you can still move it. The back one's a bit harder to do because the tail's attached to it, but it's still a little bit pliable. And you know, all these years have not worn on this on the paint job. Like, look, it's still, you can tell by the light, it's still smooth. So whatever paint this person used on this figure, they did an amazing job. And like, let's look at the eye. Like, look at all the detail gone into this thing. It's incredible. They had even a little smirk. I don't know if that's... Actually, I think it's just a happy smile, but it looks like an evil smirk because of the eyes. So, whoever did this, I think it was a dude actually. It was a guy at the vendor booth when I got this. But like, really good job on this figure, guy. Like, even if you didn't like technically make the body of the toy, you just did the mane and the tail. This is still an amazing custom figure, and it's actually been sitting on top of my TV stand, like my TV cabinet, for the past 4 years. Like, it's been on display this whole time. That's how much I loved this thing. Anyways, I think I've talked about this thing enough to death. Let me know what you think of this thing down in the comments. I don't know. Again, like, if I knew who made it, I would totally put the link in the description so you can maybe get one yourself. But if, like I said, if anyone knows who made some, you know, past BronyCon, did this person return? You know, so let me know who it is. Give me, send me a link to their DeviantArt page in the description, or in the comments rather, and then I'll put it in the description. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the custom Sunset Shimmer review. And actually, hold on. We can compare this thing. We can compare her because is she here? Is she here? Yes. Here we go. Before I head off, we're gonna compare this Sunset to the I'll take the mask off, to the official Sunset Shimmer, because I do have the official one too. So this is fan made. This is the show. So let's look at the color scheme. Obviously, more movie accurate because she's darker toned. This one looks a little too bright. Although I think this is after Equestria Girls 1, so she's more friendlier. So she's got the lighter color scheme. You can see she's got the basic brushable mane style, so it's not like, you know, the accurate one from the movie. She's got the cutie mark on the side. Let's compare the artwork. So obviously the Hasbro one is much clearer because they have the resources. This one obviously was put on with like a very small like paint or, you know, whatever tool they use. So obviously it's not going to be as... Actually, that one's faded away. The one over here looks better. Look at that. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to have to give it to, obviously, the fan-made version. This is just a generic one, even though the head can move, whatever. Too happy. So, I'm going to say that this is like EG1, this is EG2. It's still nowhere near as good as this version. But yeah, so that was a little comparison between fan-made and official. Let me just put her mask back on now, because her mask is only made of cardboard, and I do not want it to get... You know what? Sunset. Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. See, little mask. Cause she's going to a masquerade ball. Get over there. All right. So this is the official ending of the review. So let me know what you think of Sunset. I keep going the wrong direction. Let me know what you think of my little Sunset down in the comments below, and I will see you all in the next review. Bye bye.